Hello and welcome to another Raggy's Beers, Wines and Spirits review from a cold bloody beer room. Tonight I'm going to be reviewing this fella. Now this, obviously that's not the right label on there, I recycle all my bottles. It's been secondary fermenting for 2 weeks now and it's pretty solid. I wouldn't say it's mega solid, but it's solid enough. So this is Wilko's Velvet Stout, their core range, £12 it is. And then you have to buy sugar. Fermented it, but also added 1.5 litres of Tate and Lyle strawberry syrup to make, one hoped, a strawberry stout. So, I bottled it 2 weeks ago. It's just over 2 weeks now. Because these have been going for 2 weeks, so that's not the only reason I know, because I forget otherwise. So, at bottling, I tasted it. I could taste strawberry. So, let's see how it goes. It may need more maturing, but so, not much of a head on it, even though I poured it as to try and get a decent head. It's coming a bit better now. Obviously near black in colour, a tan head. Ooh. Definite strawberry on the taste, definite. Now, people have said to me that you can add the strawberry syrup either at the start of the brew, which is what I did, or towards the end of the... Well, no, I did it about 2 days in. So, yeah, the brew got going. Other people have said to me, put it at the end of the brew, you know, like a week in, drop the syrup in then. And then give it a few days to clear and finish, bubble away, whatever, and to get a stronger strawberry flavour. So, that's something I'm going to have to... If I do it again... with another syrup, that's something I'm going to have to, you know, think about. So, for me, this is a great way of getting different flavoured beers. For people like me who are beginner homebrewers, yeah, I brewed a hell of a lot over the years, but I'm not a grain brewer, you know. It's all about, you know, ease for me. So, definite strawberry on the nose. Let's give it a taste. Some strawberry in the taste. Definite stout is there. I mean, it's chilly in here, so what is it now? It's about 14 degrees, although I've got the fire on in the background, so it's going to go up. It's going to go up quite a bit soon. For me, probably needs a bit more maturity, which is why this is like a test review. Just to, you know, so basically it's 2 weeks after bottling, which I'll put on when I post the review. As a stout, it's not bad, you know. That tastes better than some of the bloody commercial stuff that I've bought, you know. So I'm not worried about the quality of it. I do think that warmer, I must take one up the house. I might give it another 2 weeks, take one up the house and then pour it out. See how it goes, because I think the warmer it is, well, we know that stouts are better when warmer. This to me is, because it's obviously cool in here, you know, it's probably about, it's not fridge cold, but it's certainly cool, you know, cooler than what I would want to drink a stout. But for the sake of a quick review, you know, it's interesting. Now, reason why I wanted to do this review, I've seen obviously the emergence of these plum porters, and you know, the likes of Titanic Brewery, St Peter's, I think there's another one who does it, and now even on my doorstep Blue Monkey are doing a plum stout. So hopefully I can get hold of plum syrup or plum essence, you know, because I think that's what they use, Titanic, plum essence. I'm not sure if to do it with real plums, but if I can get hold of it, source some plum essence or even plum syrup, I'm definitely going to go for it. I was thinking of using prune juice, but with the way that prune juice wine turned out, I daren't do a review of that for a bit. I'm letting it mature a little bit longer and see if it clears. If it don't clear, I might put finings in and clear the bugger that way. But yeah, I'm hoping it turns out decent in the end. But that's surprising. They're still bubbling away. I thought it'd be over now. I mean, no rush though to and that's bubbling, even though, you know, yeah, that is interesting. Faint bubbles, so there's not much left to do. But that's not done if it's bubbling that much. Give it another week. I'm in no rush, you know. And that's the good thing about brewing. As long as you're not in a rush for it, you know, let it bubble away. You know, if it's turning the sugars into alcohol, then fair play. And hopefully it turns decent. So back to this. Yeah, you know. So it's not I won't call it a fruit stout, a fruit beer. You know, it's definitely not that. It's definitely more subtle. So what I'm going to have to do, most likely, is put the syrup towards the end of the brew, or even as you ferment it, you know, even at secondary fermentation, you know, when you, just before bottling, chuck the syrup in, then give it a good swirl with the sugar that you need for fermentation, and then put it in the bottle and see how that goes. That's an experiment for a future time, you know. And maybe even, I might even do that with that pumpkin spice, because I've got some pumpkin spice syrup, and I may do it with that. Or just use the pumpkin spice with Baileys and just drink it like that. I do like my pumpkin spice Baileys. So, as drinks go, it's a nice quaffable stout. Warmer would be better, but even at this temperature, still drinkable. And to say that's a Wilko's own brand. I mean, let's be fair, it's 12 quid. So it's cost me 13 quid. 12 quid plus, I think it was 2 kilos of sugar. 13 quid. 3 quid for the syrup. 16 quid for 40 pints. So, 40 pence a pint. Can't go wrong for 40 pence a pint, can you? You know. It's decent. It's very drinkable. And, you know, for stout lovers who just want stout with a bit of flavouring, yeah, it's definitely interesting. And with these Wilko's core beer kits, I think, you know, playing around with them has got to be the thing, you know. And so you've got Tate and Lyle. They do a good range of syrups. Other than Tate and Lyle, you've also got, and I went into B&M the other day to look at the Tate and Lyle syrups, just out of nosy, see what they had in. They had hazelnut, caramel, salted caramel. They haven't got the pumpkin spice, they haven't got the strawberry, so they obviously do a good range. And I must do a Google on it, see what you can get. Because if I can get a plum syrup, woof, even if I have to pay a price for it, you know, and make another stout kit and bang that in. As for home brews, I've made my mind up on what I'm doing for Christmas now. I was going to do a Barola kit, but I've done multiple Barola kits over the years, and yeah, it's a good kit. I'm going to do from Beaverdale. They do, but also Wineworks, Love Brewing. They also do a Chateau d'Ivoire kit. Now, I didn't realise that Chateau d'Ivoire is just their way of, because copyright, you know, you're not allowed to say it's a Chateauneuf de Pape kit. Now, Chateauneuf de Pape, if you know your red wines, is a good £10–12 bottle of red wine, and even more so. You know, it's bordering on fine wine territory, same as Barola, but it's obviously French instead of being Italian. And that's going to be my choice of wine kit for the Christmas months. But I'm also going to do Bad Cat Imperial Red IPA. I think it's a red IPA or red beer, whatever. From Bulldog. So that's another kit that I'm looked at. And two final kits that I'm going to do. One, Butler's Ginger Beer. Their ginger beer is 18%. And you know, that's a nice strength for ginger beer. Similar to what Stones do with their special reserve ginger beer. Ginger wine rather. Ginger wine. And finally, Butler's also do a Ruby dessert kit. In other words, a port wine. So basically a port, you know. And that's again 18%. And so 6 bottles cost you a tenner. You're looking at 1 kilo or 2 kilos of sugar. I would always say 2 kilos of sugar. With both them kits, you need to be doing it in a warm place. I don't think this shed's warm enough for it. But yeah, that's my 4 kits I'm going to brew for Christmas. A bit of an homebrew update. So. Ooh. So out of 5 then. So. A little bit of an earthiness to the stout there. Hope that's not an off taste. Out of 5 then. Obviously black in colour, a little bit of a head on it. I don't think it's matured enough, to be honest. Not quite yet. Strawberry on the nose. In the taste, the strawberry. There's definitely like a coffee roasty flavour coming through. There's definitely chocolate. So all the flavours that are in the original are still there. Out of 5 then. I've got to say, it's as quaffable as many commercial stouts. You know, the inter strawberry is nice. I wish it had been a bit more strawberry, in your face strawberry, but that's because, you know, my personal. It does what it says on the tin though. It is a strawberry stout, you know, and for the price, 40p a pint, you can't go wrong, can you? You know, and I dare say I'm going to take the bottle up the arse and have another one. So out of 5 for a homebrew beer, it's not bad at all. I'm going to give it a 4.2 out of 5. That's actually pretty decent. It's just got to mature. And luckily enough, I've got 24 litres left to sample. Sometime between now, Christmas and beyond. Life's good, isn't it, eh? And not only that, my anxiety seems to be, I'm on top of it again, which is great, you know. Been a while since the issues in the house and moving job. I've had an absolute bag of the last 3 months has been crap, you know. Anxiety about moving jobs and everything else, it has been crap. And I'm enjoying it now, more so. You know, not quite there, 100%, but, you know, that's life for you, isn't it? Hey, Christmas is coming up, best time of the year. Thanks for watching, see you soon.